And we're gonna throw that sucker where the sun don't shine. Literally, it needs help. It's dying. It needs vitamin D. Bad. And there we have it. We can go ahead and use the power of timing to go ahead and summon Aaron over here once again. Join us on the gondola. And here we have it. It's good to see you, bud. How's it going? And all there is down here is this little old shrine, so that's all we really needed him for. But we can also line our pockets and our stomachs. Nice. Man, we are loaded. And with the 4 ancient shrines having been cleansed of all of the corruption, we can now make our way into an area that we couldn't really do before. So we slide down this very conveniently placed, I guess, roof, and we head over here to where we dropped off those 3 statues and confront ourselves with a bit of a battle. So, hidden inside is the nasty known as the Sprout Captain, and he is very mean, and he does not like to let you fight, so you really gotta get in there edgewise and do him dirty. Be aggressive, man. There we go. Be very aggressive. I'm gonna get aggressive. There you go. Oof! Nice. So his weak points are behind him, so that makes, you know, trying to get out any shots like that kind of annoying, but, oh, you like the double hit there. Man. All right, sir. I don't know where you think you're getting off on, but if you jump, that's usually the easiest one to parry, so with that, so long, sir. It's nice knowing ya. Oh, man. That is a boss, ladies and gentlemen. But it does open the way here to Taro's love.
We leave offerings at the Guardian Tree, asking it to protect the ones we love. Taro left this for the children. He must have been so scared when he lost them. Many of the offerings here were placed by the first village leaders, skilled hunters who use spirit energy to create powerful weapons. I'm sure the Guardian Tree won't mind if we use them to help Taro.
Aw, that is quite the touching tribute that he left for Benny and Saya, but we have discovered our second relic, which is the food offering, and as a result of defeating the captain of the Sprouts, we are endowed with 3 additional rot, which, according to our numbers, levels us up to 3. And the rot can now perform more actions, which is incredible because I have been saving up for one particular skill, and it comes in the form of parry courage. Gain a rot action when you successfully parry an enemy attack, and being able to capitalize on that and just be able to have that on demand basically is a fantastic and will definitely get you the edge in battle when you need it. And I could maybe get a couple of other things, but I wanted to specifically get this one the second it was available, so against my better judgment in losing the 420 karma, we'll go ahead and take that. And we'll make our way to Lantern Cave so that we can tow off against yet another boss and wind down with this entire area because we're nearly there. And I'm excited to see the conclusion of Taro's storyline because everything kind of how it has been laid out so far doesn't make a lot of sense. The narrative is a little confusing, but it all comes together at the end of this place. So that's exciting, although I am not looking forward to this mini boss encounter. We're going to preemptively strike with the rot arrow because we've got a mage, and what this mage loves doing is spawning all of its friends and also hitting us with their bombs. There's a trophy tied to having him kill himself with its own explosion, but it's really hard to do because it's very small radius and explosion do not lend itself well to that, so right when he does that is when you're going to want to do it. But one of the things that you want to be careful for is when he starts healing himself. So we'll go ahead and do this, and it's around this point where he'll start doing it. Just use a rot action in order to do it, and he'll also spawn his friends. Don't forget, he's got little axe wielders here, but the second he starts turning green, use a rot action on him, make him finish it off. So try to do this too. This one's kind of annoying, but if I can get him to like blow up, oh, or not, never mind. Works for me regardless. Oh, okay. I love how the cutscenes still show like the little arrow above his head. Just a little unnatural.
I don't know what corruption waits for you in the Lantern Cave, but I suspect Taro's spirit will fight to the end.
Alright, listen, Rusu, that was pretty impressive and, dare I say, incredibly badass, but I could have done that. And also, you were aiming at the stairs there, so I'm calling shenanigans, my friend. Now, it turns out the entrance to the Lantern Cave has been cordoned off by corruption, which means we're gonna have to find another way inside, go figure. But we can explore a little bit, find ourselves at odds with a couple of rocks, under which one of these there may be a smushed rot, and if you don't want to fight any other enemies, well, the game will be kind enough to just straight up show you, hey, there's a friend under here, you should probably save him. So lift the rock and we will rescue our little buddy. He's like, why are you wearing a squash on your head? Why does this one look like a fox? And the others disappear. So in case you want to get a little bit of extra combat in, then that is something you can do. It's serviceable, but kind of annoying. Now, don't know how that missed, but getting to this final relic is not nearly as time-consuming or painful to do as the others. The only trade-off is that the boss fight is pretty rough, and not a big fan of him, even though he isn't exactly the worst. So there's gonna be a bit of battling to do. And it looks like there is a dead zone heart off in the distance by itself, but we have some camping gear here, so let's take a look.
A fox symbol is marked on this old camping gear.
Ooh. Alright, another very short memory, but an incredibly important one, if I'm being completely honest. Well, we will bust on through that, and before continuing through the lantern-laden path into the forest, let's head over to the overlook and see what we got. Huh. Well, that was a little disturbing. It looks as though Taro was hit with a blast of light, of energy of some kind. And honestly, what kind of sets this entire series of motions into effect? And for the most part, once everything comes together, the concise nature at which this game is trying to tell this particular storyline to will begin to make sense. Now we'll go and do the old sparkle spackle. Go hit every single one of those for another force steer and throw it right over here. Very nice. What a cozy little spot to have our old friend Alex spawn in. There you go. Nice to meet you. Well, we have all of this corruption here to the side, and we can go and maybe clear some of it. There'll be some enemies, but we'll go and let them do that business. We'll let them stay safe for now, because there's another path over here that I do want to head down first. I'll take all that, and just beyond it is yet another spot to meditate. All right, friends, let's do it. And now back to the music. It's weird that sometimes your friends in the rot will show up during the meditation sequences, but other times they won't. It's a little confusing, but let's go ahead into battle. We can actually employ the use of our friend Alec here in battle and go and help us out. How's it going, dude? You want to go and bust some baddies for me? Because there are quite a lot of them, but you don't get any courage for using them, so depending on your play style, you might not want to rely too heavily on them. And yeah, there's a couple more guys here, so we can fight again. How's it going, Mr. Halberd Man? Didn't think you were gonna get away with that. Oh, you have orbs. Orb man. Not a fan of you. So we'll go and do that. And once more, but with feeling. Nice. And a few more actually are over here. I wonder if I can just do this. Do some, no, maybe not. They will spawn immediately after we do all that business there. All right, I won't worry too much about it. Do this, and we can spawn yet another buddy here. You know what? We'll call you James Marsden. How's about that? James, Mr. Marsden, I'm gonna need you to go on through here, defeat these fools. Oh, nope, they didn't pop out at us this time. I must have hit him with the old patty whack. And then there's a few more right here, so once again, just give him the old ground pound. And, or if you want, you're gonna throw stuff at me. That's not very nice. How dare you? Oof! Oh my goodness. Okay, this music is really loud, so let's clear it away. Goodness. So I thought for some reason you could just straight up take one of your cloud buddies and just go straight for the flower there, but I don't think it opens up until all the enemies are gone, so that is a bit of a misfortune. But I think we're almost done here. Once we head down that hole, we are gonna fight the boss, so that is very nice and concise. I do like that. But first, before we do, I want to take our little buddy over here, James Marsden. You can go this way. How dare you? And I think all there is in here is just some rot and one of these. Cool. I thought there was another rot buddy, but maybe not. We'll be fine. We'll find it. By the time we're done with this area, we will be able to clear it out, which is nice, but this is a nice little backtrack to that first one, Alec. So I'm gonna go ahead and double check back here. Yeah, because I think there is at least one more rot before we head off and fight the boss. But I just want to double check just in case. I might need to put my mask on. Oh, there he is. He was under a pile of leaves. I knew kids love to play in those, even though the leaves are always wet and filled with bugs and bacteria. Oh my god, was that Rod really sitting on the one with the squash hat on? Oh, that's amazing. That poor fella. Alright, well, consider that to be one of the last times we ever saved someone who's been squished underneath a dead log or a stone of some kind. It's just not worth it, man. But as we make our deep, dark descent into the cave, we're gonna find ourselves at odds with one of the tougher bosses we've seen up to this point. Without spoiling too much, consider this a warm-up, if anything. And let's go ahead and reveal ourselves to the Shrine Guardian. And with that, the Shrine Guardian reveals his ugly mug, and you want to make sure to capitalize on his weak points and hit those as early as possible so you can get some courage, maybe even a parry in there. Yeah! Now you can really bring the heat. Rod Hammer, holy good mother of God, that is insane. Now, when he does, this move, you really want to make sure you have a raw action for this so you can deal massive damage. There we go. Nice. Not only is he vulnerable for a little bit, but he gives us a second to kind of breathe. So, look at that. Oof. Okay. And I actually did not do as much in that mode as I thought it would, which is fine. But you want to watch out because he does like to do the jumping lunge at you, and these guys just love to wreck your time and your business. They're going to be spawning all the while, this man is showing off his incredible dance moves. Nice. Did not think that was gonna hit, actually. But after he gets to about a fourth of his health, he's gonna start getting extra aggressive. So you want to be careful and also learn his moveset so you can parry them pretty easily like that. Nice. All right, well, we're more powerful. The Rot Hammer. There we go. Sometimes if you do it too close, some of the move will not hit, and sometimes it'll auto-target onto the little munchkins over here. Eesh, god damn. Okay, he is almost done. It would almost be worth it to maybe throw a rot arrow in his direction, get rid of some of these guys, but that's all right. Whoop, that's a weird move. He was giving us the undercut. Also, these guys, you hit their weak points, they will also drop stuff, which is nice. Could always use more courage, and this move sucks. Just keep rolling, we'll be fine. All right, we have a good amount of rots. Come on. Ugh. Oh, what? Excuse me? Okay. Well, sometimes he does that. It didn't do much damage, which is good. All right, let's just finish it off with a parry, just like that. That was by and away one of the best fights I've had with that guy. But we have our final relic, and Taro's Regret is in our possession. Now we can use all three of them in order to free his corrupted spirit, but it does not come without a cost, and that is a pretty awful fight. And by awful, I mean it is hard as balls, man. All right, oof, let's get the hell out of here. We get 3 additional rot for that fight, which is nice, and I think we're almost done with all of the collectibles here. I think we're missing a singular hat, and then we'll be done. But as we leave the cave, it starts raining, and this area is gonna start looking a little different than how we've been used to seeing it. And honestly, I am a fan, but